Today I am going to talk about Ganga Brahmaputra Delta. Previously we have seen one of the examples of modern deltas, that is Mississippi Delta, which is a river dominated delta. Now this Ganga Brahmaputra Delta, as the name says, it is formed at the confluence of Ganga and Brahmaputra river in the Bay of Bengal or Indian Ocean. Now, what is the difference between a bay and a gulf that we have discussed previously in the last video? If you see the geographical location of this delta, it is present in the northeastern part of India, close to the state of Bengal, and it is mainly fed by two rivers, Ganga river and Brahmaputra river, although there are other tributaries and rivers which are contributing their sediments and water to this delta. Now this drainage basin of Ganga Brahmaputra delta, it is shared by multiple countries: India, China, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan and Tibet. The river Ganga, it originates in the Himalayas and it is fed by around 3000 glaciers. So during summertime the ice from the glacial melts, and that is the main source of water to this river. Brahmaputra river is present on the other side of Greater Himalaya, that is on the northern side of Greater Himalaya, and the Greater Himalaya range is about 1500 meters higher than the level of the source of Brahmaputra river. So it is believed that the river is older than the Himalaya folding. This river has found its way through deep gorges or canyons which cut through the Himalayan range, and for this to happen the river must be older than the folded Himalayan ranges. As we have seen previously how an entrenched meander is formed. The river is at its place and the mountains built up due to tectonic activity, and to maintain the graded profile the river downcuts its own channel vertically and it remains at its place. So that is how the the Brahmaputra river has found its way through the Himalayas into the Bay of Bengal. In this satellite image you can see the position of Ganga Brahmaputra basin, and it is supposed to be formed as a result of collision of Indian plate with the Eurasian plate, and that is also the reason for the development of or building up of Himalayas. Apart from this, one important thing that you need to see here is the tidal range. The tidal range of this Bay of Bengal is 2 to 6 meters, and that is the reason this is a marine dominated delta. So we have seen Mississippi Delta previously, which is an example of river dominated delta or constructive delta. As against that, Ganga Brahmaputra Delta is marine dominated delta, and to be specific it is a tide dominated delta. So if you remember, we have seen the three important processes which decide the type of delta or morphology of delta or shape of delta, and these three processes are action of river, action of tides or action of waves. So when the action of river is dominant, you get to see progradation of delta towards the seaward side in the form of lobate delta or birdfoot delta. But when the marine processes are dominant like tides or waves, the sediments which are deposited by the river, they get redistributed or reworked or eroded by tides and waves, and therefore in this area in Bay of Bengal, since the tidal range is higher, now here it is shown that it is between 3 to 5 meters. That is the reason the sediments which are deposited by the rivers, they get redistributed or eroded by the tides, and therefore it is a tide dominated or marine dominated or destructive delta. The sediments are getting eroded, redistributed. Now what is tidal range? Now here in this graphical diagram you can see this is the lowest level of sea during low tide, and low tide is also called as ebb tide. and this is the highest level of sea during high tide or flood tide. So the difference between the level of water between high tide range and low tide range is called as tidal range. So when the tidal range is small, as in case of Mississippi Delta, which is around 1 to 2 meters, the river is dominant. The action of tides is not sufficient to erode the sediments deposited by the river. But in this case, the tidal range is high. Therefore, the sediments get redistributed by the action of tides and it becomes a high destructive delta. Now, this is one example of tidal range, and this is Bay of Bundy in Canada, and this area has got highest tidal range on the earth's surface, and if I'm not wrong, the tidal range here is up to 53 feet or 16 meters. So you can see here how these rocks have undergone erosion due to the action of tide. Now here in this diagram you can see the scoring effect of these strong tidal currents which redistribute the sediments deposited by the fluvial system, and that results into formation of broad tidal flats, and these tidal flats are home for extensive mangroves or swamps or marshes. So here you can see the distributary channels which are wide, deep, straight, and these channels are braided channels. Now since there is lot of vegetation on these tidal flats, the sediments are trapped and they are not getting moved, and the distributary channels have become braided channels, and you can see the digited pattern of the sand which is deposited here, and funnel shaped delta distributary channels can be seen here. So you cannot see any bird foot like geometry in this case, since the action of tide is more intense than the sediments which are being deposited. Now this is I think 2014 or 15, during which there was an oil spill from a tanker near this Sundarban Delta. Ganga Brahmaputra Delta is also called as Sundarban Delta, and these mangroves have been greatly hampered by the oil spill. You can see the black color here. Again, the intricate pattern of braided streams or distributary channels are seen here, and this portion between these distributary channels is the area which is occupied by humans. You can see the city of Kolkata. Also Dhaka, which is in Bangladesh, is also situated on one of the portions of this delta. Here you can see Dhaka and Kolkata. So this Ganga river opens into the Bay of Bengal through various delta distributary channels which has got many mouths. These funnel shaped delta distributary channels are like many mouths which are opening into the Bay of Bengal. So you can see this opening which is greater than the Gulf, and since it is a bay, it is open to the sea, the action of tides is intensive. Had this been in the Gulf region, had this opening been smaller, these sediments would have not been eroded so easily by the action of tides. So this is one more satellite image where you can see the amazing mangrove forest and delta distributary channels. So this is all about Ganga Brahmaputra Delta. Next time we'll see the Nile River Delta.